This is the story of the Gentleman's Invitational and the champion GumGumFacePunch. It was one dream, one story, two disconnects, and the guts to keep going. During the journey, he made HG the third, knocking Gwent City down
HG third,
to the ground.
HG third,
HG third.
HG third, HG third,
And GumGum first! What's up, people? How's it going there? Your boy Manty XD in the house, and today I'm bringing you the champion. The champion of the people. The champion of the Gentleman's Invitational only. GumGum. How you doing, dude?
What's up? I'm doing fine.
I brought you right here just so you can tell us and talk to us about the experience that you had on the tournament. And by the way, I heard that you had a really rough start, and it wasn't because of, bad place or whatever, but I heard that you had disconnect issues.
I just disconnected the first two games we played, and luckily I managed to win the two games after that, but I was almost tilted at the start. I was like, okay, I'm just going to concede or something, but it was fine.
You have broken Gwent records, dude. You're the first person to ever win 2 tournaments. So am I right?
Yes, as far as I know, but if we count Better Bolt, actually Morton also has 2, but that's long ago. Tournaments didn't have the same quality, to be honest.
The other thing is you went undefeated on the Passiflora, correct?
Yes.
Gum, tell me, what drives you to become a better player?
Oh, that's a deep question. Holy shit. You? No, actually not.
Well, but, I'm totally leaving that on. I'm your inspiration. I'm your muse, and everything that goes with it.
You're just going to cut at you, right?
Yes, no, that's it.
I feel like a big impact is definitely my teammates. Like having teammates like Graves and Duncover and Dale is very inspiring gameplay-wise, and even Swim to some extent.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Always nice to have the support of your team. I'm also assuming that because of the team work, this is the deck that you brought into the tournament.
Yeah, we worked on it like 2 months, and we made like 5 different team game tournaments. But no, to be honest, I made it like the day before.
You actually
not even the day before. The day before I was playing Nilfgaard, and I was screaming Vishwa.
I actually believed you. I was like, damn, 1-1. That's some work right there. Wow.
I mean, we did that with Passiflora actually. Like we all, as you remember, we all bought like the same deck.
What brought the monsters though? Everybody thought that everybody was going to play either Dwarfs or NG.
I think monsters are heavily underrated in the higher ladder, and that's for quite some time because their flavor is quite how to say it, boring. It's not as fulfilling as playing Nilfgaard or even Northern Realms. So I feel like many top players go away from playing monsters despite them being the strongest faction by far. Not by far.
No, I have the list that you use on the tournament right now display on the screen, and I'm pretty sure that you use special silvers like Cleaver in order to tech against people on the tournament. Would you like to talk about Cleaver overall?
Yeah, Cleaver overall wasn't a disappointment for me in the tournament because I was expecting many dwarfs and I didn't meet a single one. But it still was fine because even in the matchup against monsters, it has some uses also as seen in my game against HG3. And yeah, the second obvious tech choice is obviously also Thunder. Mainly against dwarfs again, but it also has some use against monsters and every faction basically.
Now here is a gold card that we don't see every day on the monsters deck. Ilmarith. Why was he on your deck?
Well, he punishes row stacking heavily, which every faction does at the moment, almost. Like, not entirely, but even if you don't row stack, he still gets at least, like, about 14 to 15 value. And with row stacking, he is just insane.
Is there any card in specific that you would like to talk about your deck, and that actually was a heavy part of your success?
Like, the obvious one, I was surprised no one else was bringing is Monster Mist. I'm not sure if Bishop brought it actually, but I don't think he played it once against me in the final, so I think he didn't. It's such an insane card. I'm quite sure it will be nerfed. Actually, I'm sure it will be nerfed.
Yeah, you pop that baby on last round. All the neckers come out, and you're set already with a fantastic board. I'm a
Yes.
huge fan of this card personally.
I think it's overpowered.
Tell me about your opponents. Is there any match in specific that you like the most?
Oh yes, my second round game. It was against Skellige. I think I played against Bastica, and he was playing with three what are they called? Three boats, like the shooting ones.
Yep,
Forgot the
the
names.
battleships. I just call them pew pew
Battleships.
bots, dude. Pew pew bots.
Battleships.
Yeah.
And he just destroyed me in the first round. All three were so close. I was so, like, every other series was quite one-sided, to be honest. That's not to be arrogant or something. But,
yeah. It's the fact. It's the fact of the deck. It does that.
Yeah, it's broken, but he really. I thought Skellig wouldn't be a challenge to me, but his deck was really punishing and so dominating with like 100,000 discards and so much card advantage and the fucking boats. They are so annoying.
Oh yeah, those things hit like a truck constantly. Everything you do, you get punished for it. Did you misplay during the tournament, and how did that happen?
Yeah, I played horrible the first 2 rounds, I feel.
Just overall, or on a specific misplay?
Like one smaller misplays, like playing Avalach before playing Crowns. I Imle with the wrong row and those things. Like, I don't think I made huge mistakes, but like, they could have been game deciding.
Okay, and do you just shake it off, or do these affects you over time? Do they keep stacking? Are you the kind of player that just move it on?
No, I'm not. They affect me for that game, but I can move on after that game.
Oh, that's very understandable.
I'm not the person who tilts over time, but the person who tilts in that game specifically. Then,
is there anybody who you like to give shoutouts to?
Yeah, I want to give shoutouts to HG Third. Like, he has a hard time before tournaments. Like, he does so well with such not necessarily meta decks, and that's impressive to me.
Yeah.
But he still only gets third. I know that feeling because I usually got out in semifinals like 3 times. Swim threw me out like 2 times, and 1 time I had to fade.
Well, this is what it is. It happens from time to time, and HG Third he's a great player. He likes to keep things spicy, like you say. HG Third, the shoutouts go for you.
Shout out to Vishwa.
Shoutouts to Vishwa.
Not because I stole his deck idea, which I obviously did. I mean, I changed like 4 or 5 cards, but the all Bronx slots almost stayed the same. And he's such a cool player, actually. And it's a shame he didn't win the tournament, to be honest. Because he would have won 2 tournaments in a row, which is insane.
Vishra is an incredible player. He's not to be reckoned with. Like I'm telling you, I've seen him play, and he's a very smart player. He's one of those players that actually will catch you off guard, and also just not just that, but he makes awesome decks, and I like that a lot.
I agree.
With that being said, welcome to the Hall of Champions.